Welcome back, it's MeiaSoQuick, and in today's video I have a surprise guest. This is my 12-year-old niece, and she just wants me to do a manicure on her. As you can see, she has really short nails. She bites them all the time and they refuse to grow. And believe it or not, this is the longest her nails have actually ever been, not even reaching the tip of her actual finger. Alright, well, let's go ahead and get started. The first thing that I'm going to go ahead and do is prep the nail by using some nail polish remover. And I'm just going to go ahead and swipe this over the nail bed of all of her nails. You can actually use acetone as well, but because she has dry skin, I'm just going to go ahead and use this nail polish remover, as well as the fact that she doesn't actually have any polish to get rid of. Okay, once that is all done, I'm going to go ahead and use this metal file just to go ahead and clean underneath her nails. I am starting on clean hands as she just got out the shower, but for some reason, you know, dirt always does get stuck under there and you never really want it to show through, so make sure you clean underneath the nail. Once the nails are clean, I'm going to go ahead and use this orange stick to go ahead and push the cuticles back. I'm going to use a wood stick because I don't really have much nail estate to work with, and a metal file might be a little bit too rough for her. To go in, you want to make sure that the cuticles are soft, so you can either soak the hands before or you can also use a cuticle softener. And with this wood stick, you just want to go ahead and gently push back those cuticles and scraping up any of the loose dead skin. Here I have a little bit of cuticle hanging, so I'm going to go ahead and grab my cuticle nippers. Now, she's really scared of those, so she really didn't want me to do it, so I just decided not to. The next step is going to go ahead and shape these nails. I don't have much to actually work with, but I'm going to do my best. When you're actually grabbing a file, this can be very fine grit, and then you just want to make sure that you file it in one direction so that the nail itself does not fray at the edges and split. Once I'm done with my filing, I gave my niece the option if she wanted an actual hand massage, and of course she elected yes. So I'm going to go in with my hand cream and begin her hand massage. Now, because this is my niece, I feel perfectly comfortable giving her a massage without gloves on, but you go ahead and decide what's best for you. While giving the massage, make sure that you ask the client how they're feeling as you're applying the pressure with your thumbs into their palms and up their forearm. I must say, I am really too nice to my niece for this. My final part of the massage is just going ahead and rotating the fingers to help for dexterity. Next, after this, because her hands are very oily now, I'm going to go ahead and take a clean towel and just wipe off these excess oils that are on her hands. It's important to remove all these oils so that it's not still on the nail plate when we're getting ready to apply polish. So in an effort to help remove some of those oils, I'm going to grab some alcohol. You can also use acetone, but acetone is a little bit more drying and she really does have dry skin, so I'm just trying to help her out. I'm going to use alcohol on a lint-free wipe, and these lint-free wipes are just to help to make sure that none of the lint is left over that will get stuck in the gel polish that we're going to use next. Really make sure to work it in all the corners to make sure that there's no leftover oil behind, and I'm really trying to massage it into the cuticles. Alright, and once I got that, I'm going to go ahead and with my nail dehydrator. Alright, this is just another step to make sure that the nails are prepped and all the oils are removed. When using the nail dehydrator, you don't need a lot of product, just a thin coat. All right, and as I was going through, I noticed that there was a little bit of cuticle left over, but she wouldn't let me grab my nipper, so we're just gonna go ahead and live with that. Now, normally at this point, I would go ahead and grab my ridge filler. This is usually for those people who have uneven nail surfaces because you never want to file it down because the nails will become too thin. So I'm checking hers and she doesn't really have any ridges, so I don't need this nail filler. So I'm ready to go straight in with our base coat. I'm going to be using this Beetles base gel, and I'm just going to apply a thin layer to all of the nails. You want to make sure that it's thin because it can cure, and if you have it too thick, it will not cure. This base gel is also going to make it easier for the next coats that we apply on top to stick better. Once I've done all the nails, I'm going to go ahead and put them under the lamp for a good 90 seconds to 2 minutes. Then once they're out of the lamp, they are ready for our first layer of gel polish. I'm going to go in with this Beetles gel polish in number 325 because my niece is so plain and she just wanted plain white nails. So as you can see, I'm going to go in with a thin coat and just apply this, all right? Making sure not to touch the nail bed because I can transfer some of the oils from my hand onto her nails if I do so. One of the great things about gel polish, besides the fact that it doesn't chip as easily, is that you really don't have to worry if the strokes are all in the same direction because the gel polish is self-leveling, so it'll fix itself. Once we're done with the first coat, we're going to go ahead and cure it under the lamp for a good 90 seconds to 2 minutes, and then we're ready to go ahead and do the same thing, applying our second coat, but still keeping the layer thin. Also, be aware that if you make any mistakes where you touch the skin, you want to go ahead and grab a gel brush. You can dip it in some acetone and then go around and do the cleanup. You want to make sure that you clean up any of the polish before you cure it under the lamp, so that way it's not getting cured on the skin. And once you've got all the nails done, you can go ahead and put it under the lamp to cure again. And when you take it out, we are finally ready for our top coat. I'm going to go in with this Beetles gel, top it off, top coat. It's a shiny top coat, and I'm just going to apply a thin layer to each nail. I don't know how many times I've stressed the fact that these are thin layers, but believe me, if you do not have a thin layer, it is possible that you're going to get that wrinkling on the gel polish, or it can even crack or just not fully cure and still be wet to the touch. So just know if you're working with a color that doesn't look opaque, just continue to do thin layers until you build up to the opacity that you like. Once you're done with the top coat, go ahead and throw it under the lamp for its final cure. And these are the final results. Not too bad. I have to admit, doing short nails are a lot harder since I don't have as much nail estate, if you call it. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Go ahead and leave me a comment on what you'd like to see next, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.